Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD for Sage5.tv, and in this video, let's bring you guys the last update to our newly created portfolio, the Crash portfolio. This is the last update for 2025 before we get into 2026, and we hope 2026 brings all the smiles that most of us are waiting for. But before I jump into this video, guys, please note that this is not financial advice. If you do require financial advice, please approach someone who is actually trained to give you financial advice. The information contained in this video is just for educational as well as entertainment purposes, and this portfolio is a public portfolio. It does indicate or show where my private portfolio is heading or how it's being structured, but this one is just for educational and entertainment purposes, like I say, and it's a crypto public portfolio we share with you guys. This follows on the back of the two that we had since the beginning of the current crypto cycle, and those two have really struggled to make any impact or to get to where we thought they would be at this time of the market cycle, and we retain hope that most of those positions are going to recover and get to where we need to be. But in this market, when the market is as it is today, it is my personal belief that you cannot just ignore things and give up. Well, I don't easily give up anyway. So I'm taking the opportunity of looking at what I think are the products or the projects that I think are going to deliver what we are seeking when we're investing in these crypto assets. And the crypto portfolio now, we've added another project. So we now have 7. We're back to 7. If you remember, last time we dropped Rejuve.ai because it ran up, and I was of the belief at the time that it was down to manipulation. And I think the price is starting to come down, which means the manipulators have probably given up or they're exhausted. They can't support the price as it is when the rest of the market is going down. So it's starting to come down. When it gets to the level where we entered, we may just look at it. But at the moment, I don't see myself jumping into Rejuve.ai anytime soon. So the project we've added is BIM, gaming. I know most of you will be saying, but gaming has been destroyed during the current cycle. Is it going to come back? Well, if we were all certain, then there won't be any returns. The returns derive from the uncertainty. So you take a bet that something is going to do well. That's why I still think gaming just requires a catalyst for it to come back, and I think when it does, it will come back with a vengeance. That's why I'm piling into some of the bigger names within gaming. In terms of market cap, they might not look as such because gaming is being decimated, as I've pointed out already. But I think some of these projects and some of these teams, they are well funded and they've got strategies and they've got direction. They are not just pumping dumps or Ponzi schemes. That's my take, of course. You might have a different point of view. So the one we've added is BIM, where we opened the position at about 2.7% and we acquired 100,694 BIM tokens from a centralized exchange. Total cost was $273.59. And as of the time of recording this update, because we acquired these just after the last update, that portfolio is now sitting at $270.36, down 1.2% over the entry position. So I do think, yes, BIM has not held quite well, but I think when gaming does come back, which I think it will, BIM is going to be one of those leading projects. Now, for those who follow us on here from the beginning, you'll probably find that BIM, the token, is in various portfolios. I think it's in the 15K to 600K portfolio. I also hold BIM in various private portfolios that I hold personally. So I do believe BIM, given the chance, given the opportunity, I think it will do quite well. And the team, the BIM itself, the BIM network itself, and the team, they do venture outside of gaming. They don't just do gaming, they're also jumping into AI. They're also trying to do some DeFi. So yes, you might say they are spreading themselves thin, but I think if you want to survive, if you want to be sustainable, a project needs to actually do that. Instead of sticking things, they actually need to have a strategy like this BIM team is trying to do. For now, I do retain some respect for them, and I've got some faith in them, which are probably going to be some famous words coming from me at some point when things don't go well. But for now, I'd still hold this team with high regard. Moving on to Monad, another project we invested in when we launched portfolio. And the Mon token, we've topped our Monad position. We've acquired 10,000 more Mon tokens at a price of almost 2 cents. It was 1.982 cents. So we now hold approximately 31,437.3 Mon tokens. And the price at the time of recording is sitting at 2.1 cents. Portfolio is valued at $647.53. Obviously, with the top up, it's up 69.1%. Overall, we are down slightly by 2.3%. Next, you got Gunz and the Gun token, another gaming project. See, that's one thing we're going to have to address as we move forward. Try and introduce some DeFi. We've got Monad as a layer 1. Gaming, you've got Gunz, BIM, Wilder World, and Heroes of Mavia. These are all gaming projects. So we need to temper that with other things. We tried that. We got Pyth network, which is an Oracle. But coming back to the Gun token, we added 10,000 more Gun tokens at a price of 1.2 cents. We now hold 44,453 Gun tokens, and the price at the time of recording is 1.1 cents. Portfolio is sitting at $502.69, up 18.6%, obviously due to the top up. That portfolio position is now down 1.3% overall. So yes, things could get worse from here, but I am going to be taking an opportunity to add to my private bags, and for this portfolio we are going to be trying to enter and open more positions. Like I said, in this portfolio we are not going to have an upper limit in terms of what we can invest, but we are going to try and limit the number of tokens we can have in this portfolio. I'm thinking 10 tops. We push it maybe 12, but that's it. We keep it at that, and I'm trying to do the same as well within my different private portfolios. Each portfolio cannot hold more than say 12 tokens. It will be hard ask. I go to Carl quite a lot, but that's where we are today. Next, you got Pyth Network, topped up again on our Pyth position just by a little bit. We acquired 609 additional Pyth tokens at a price of 5.9 cents. We now hold 4,488 Pyth tokens, and at the time of recording, the price is sitting at 5.7 cents. Portfolio is sitting at $255.41, up 16.7%, obviously due to the top up. And that Pyth position within this portfolio is now down 10.7% overall. Indigo protocol, this one we highlighted last week that it is struggling. Indigo, that's why we are not even thinking of adding more to that. We will be looking at additional DeFi projects that we can jump into, but I don't think it will be Indigo protocol. At the moment, it's sitting at 27.2 cents. Portfolio is sitting at $56.31, down 2.9% over the previous update. Overall, we're now down 33.8%. World, another gaming project, this week is sitting at 4.7 cents. Portfolio is sitting at $46.93, down 12.7% over the previous update. Overall, it's now down 23%. And finally, you got Heroes of Mavia. This week is sitting at 5 cents. Portfolio is sitting at $43.22, 0.9% up over the previous update. Overall, it's now up 0.6%. So we may entertain adding to our Heroes of Mavia position. World, I'm not sure if we are going to add World, it will be more conservative. Heroes of Mavia, probably more conservative as well. But Beam and Gunz, we will be aping in big time. Indigo protocol, if we are going to add, it will be a tiny amount. We are not going to jump in at first into those. Monads, obviously layer 1. We may decide to add another layer 1 to our portfolio, depending on the market conditions, of course. But I think Monad, the tokenomics aside, I think Monad is going to surprise a few people. Just the tokenomics and the supply of tokens is just ridiculous, 100 billion. But I think there may be space for Monad because it does quite a lot. We'll see what happens. So we'll be adding to our Monad position over time. If the price keep heading downwards, we will keep adding. Why? Not because I'm just looking for something cheap. I think Monad has got some fundamentals. Same with Gunz and the Gun token and Beam. But when it comes to gaming, these projects could easily run out of money. So I'm taking this with a pinch of salt, and I'm also being cautious as well, knowing things could go south from here. Any thoughts, guys, on where we are within our Crash portfolio, where the value of that portfolio now with the additions is now sitting at $1,822.05, up 25.4% over the previous update. So it grew by 25%, but most of those gains are from the additions and the top ups. Overall, it's up 0.1%. Obviously, these figures have also been improved by our exit from Rejuve.ai, where we walked away with 75% returns, our entry position. If the price gets down back to our target levels, we will be opening the Rejuve.ai position once more. For now, I'm going to park it. I'm not jumping back in. And now, this is a time to reflect on group mentality. This portfolio is not about the token that you're invested in. This is about projects that we think have got fundamentals. For example, Pyth Network is struggling price-wise, but we know it is being tried during this cycle. It's still working. It's got hundreds, if not thousands of integrations. So we know Pyth Network is going to be fine. Monad, a new layer 1. This one is slightly risky, but because of what Monad intends to do and what it's set out to do and designed to do, I think Monad will be fine. When it comes to gaming, you're taking a gamble on the whole crypto niche, gaming and NFTs. So I think gaming at some point will come back. It just needs a catalyst, and I think that catalyst will drop at some point or sooner. That's why I'm still jumping into decent projects like Gunz and Beam. The others, World and Heroes Mafia, these ones here, it's a gamble pretty much. It is a gamble because the teams will just walk away because they don't have any funding left. They've got no runway in terms of funding. Anyway, guys, that's it. Enjoy your festive holidays. Until the next one, bye for now.